Hi everyone, I'm Beth, and this is my Bubbie's Florida kitchen. And today, homemade brownies. Ingredients for brownies. We have cocoa powder. This is natural, unsweetened. We have vanilla, eggs, 2 kinds of sugar, white and brown, flour, salt, and 2 kinds of fat. We have butter and canola oil. We're gonna make chewy brownies. Not ooey gooey, fudgy, cakey, chewy brownies. That's the way we like them. In order to do that, we have to use 2 types of fat and 2 types of sugar. So we're gonna do that. But first, I've got to put the oven on. We want the oven on 350. And these brownies are gonna bake between 30 and 35 minutes. Now, you're never quite sure of your oven, so make sure you check it at 30 minutes. If 30 minutes is good, then you use that. If not, 35. We're gonna stick a toothpick in. It can come out a little crumbly, but it shouldn't be wet. Okay, now I wanna get my pan ready. I like to use Pam, and I don't like to spray it on the counter, so I spray it in the sink. And I want to make sure the paper comes out, so I spray the paper too. The way the parchment paper I put it in is I have these little lips that I'll be able to lift the brownies right out of the tray. So let's put that on the side. First thing I want to do is melt my 1/3 cup of butter in the microwave. I'm going to do that at 15-second intervals until it's all melted. 30 seconds, 15 seconds wasn't enough. 30 seconds. Yep. All melted. I'm going to add my oil. Now I'm going to make my dry bowl. I'm going to put the cocoa powder, 1/2 cup, 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, and 1/2 teaspoon salt. Don't skip the salt. Gonna whisk this all together. Now for my sugar. 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 4 tablespoons of white sugar. The brown sugar is going to make it chewy. So there's more brown sugar than white sugar. And that's the molasses in the brown sugar that's going to help us. I just want to break this up and get it mixed together. And then I'm going to add my oil. Oil and butter. It's 1/3 cup of butter and how much did I use? I'm going to check that for you. I'll get back to you on the oil. Now I really like this to be well blended, so I'm going to use the mixer to do that. I'm going to mix this for about a minute. just to get it all mixed together. Two tablespoons of oil, a third of a cup of butter, and 2 tablespoons of oil. I knew it would come back to me. Now we're going to add the eggs. So I want 2 eggs and 1 yolk. One at a time. Mix this well. Just the yolk. Then the vanilla, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. You could actually do this by hand if you wanted to, but I think it's easier with the electric mixer, the electric whisk. But now that I'm going to add the flour, I only want to mix this to combine. I don't want to over mix it. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's a little thicker. Every last drop in the bowl. I'm going to use my spatula. When you use those box mixes, it says to mix for 50 times. Takes just about 50 times. Spin it around. Just want to incorporate everything. Oh, thank you, Rich. Looks like brownies, right? Starting to look like brownies.
It's definitely brown. You got the brown part. Now you just need the knees.
Need the knees. Okay. Get our greased pan. Okay. Every drop, right?
Yes.
These bowls are heavy. Push it into the corners of the pan.
Tastes good.
That's good. Shake the pan around a little. Make sure it's evenly distributed. And into the oven. I'll check it at 30 minutes. See you when it's done. The timer just went off. It's been 35 minutes. Our toothpick is dry. I actually did check it at 30 and it wasn't quite right. So nice and good. I'm going to take it out of the oven. The temptation is to eat this right now. But for its real chewiness, you definitely don't want to eat it now. You want to wait for it to be cool. So we're going to go to the beach, and when we come back, we're going to have brownies for dessert. We just got back from the beach. We're showered. I'm going to make dinner, but before I do, we want to try the brownies. The parchment paper lets me just lift it right out of the pan. And I sprayed the parchment paper, so that comes up beautiful. Cut it in thirds, then in thirds this way. Thirds, yeah.
Yeah, why not? More for everybody.
Look at that brownie.
Nice and chewy?
Nice and chewy. This is so much better than the box stuff. It's simple to make. Absolutely, absolutely delicious. This is going to be a great dessert. See you next time.